legislators Kate Browning, Thomas Kilmey, Dwayne Gregory, Wayne Horsley, and Thomas Vertora. We thank you for your support and for this college and the students. I'm also pleased that the chair of the Board of Trustees has shown her support with her presence here today. The men and women on the Board of Trustees work with Dr. McKay to set policies for the college and ensure that we remain on a sound financial footing. Please welcome Board Chair Daphne Irizarry. While a college exists to serve the students, it operates through the efforts of faculty and staff. On the stage with us are members of the college's central administration. These vice presidents, deans, directors, and general counsel oversee our operations to assure excellence in all that we do. Please give them a round of applause for their dedication. Also on the stage are representatives from the colleges that are part of the Stay on Long Island initiative. They know what we know. Suffolk prepares students very well for the rigors of the junior and senior year at a four-year college. That is why they seek to recruit them and offer generous scholarships. Please join me in thanking them for their support and their presence here today. And last, but certainly not least, are the members of our faculty. Faculty members from our three campuses have come here this evening to share in the celebration of academic excellence. The faculty members here with us today, please stand so we can express our thanks for the outstanding education you provide. What is a convocation? To find out, I did what every college student would do. I went to the internet and I Googled it. And not surprisingly, there were 3 million hits for the word convocation. And not surprising, the first entry was Wikipedia, an honors student. In Wikipedia, I learned that the word convocation refers to an assembly called together to discuss ecclesiastical matters. It is led by the dean of a convocation. Well, we're not here to discuss religion, even though we have some deans with us. So I had to go further, and I looked further, and I learned that the word convocation is also a collective noun that refers to a group of animals. You know those collective nouns: pride of lions, herd of elephants, school of fish. So what I ask, does an animal meet in a convocation? It's a majestic animal, it's a bird, it's the symbol of our nation, the eagle. The eagles meet in convocation. So it is fitting, so it is proper, that the students we honor today, these eagles of Suffolk County, should meet in convocation to celebrate their achievements. But they do not celebrate alone. They have brought with them friends and family members who have supported them in so many ways, friends who have shared their challenges and their success. Suffolk graduates of 2012, please rise. Please turn around and give a loud thank you to the people who are here today. You may sit. To join me in honoring these hardworking students, I would like to call on our Vice President of Academic and Student Affairs, Dr. Carla Mazzarelli. Since coming to the college this fall, she has taken a special interest in the honors program and is overseeing many positive changes throughout the college. She will share her thoughts on this special day and these special students.
Thank you. Good evening. On behalf of Dr. Shaun McKay, President of Suffolk County Community College, the College Board of Trustees, the College Administration, faculty, and staff, let me welcome you, graduates, our Stay on Long Island scholars, and especially you, their families and friends, whose support was instrumental in their success. We're also pleased to have with us tonight special guests, those of you in public service who have supported our work here, and those of you representing our partner colleges. Welcome to all to this celebration of academic achievement. Achievement. By completing the coursework and activities offered in our honors program here at the college, you have demonstrated that you can achieve extraordinary things. Let me pose a question. How do seemingly ordinary people achieve extraordinary things? Writer and editor Tora Estep, in an article entitled "In Search of the Secrets of Peak Performers," argues that the greatest performers in history, people like Marie Curie, Rembrandt, Martin Luther King Jr., Einstein, Pope John Paul II, Mahatma Gandhi, Wayne Gretzky, Mozart, Gabriel Garcia Marquez, and Bill Gates can be found in every nation, in every field of knowledge, and in every generation. Despite the perception that the origins of their abilities are to do great things are shrouded in mystery and are inexplicable, Estep concludes that the most shocking theory of all is that they may in fact be ordinary people, like you and me, who have learned to live the life they want to and to do the things that fuel their passion. We hope that your experience with us has given you the opportunity to think about the life you want to live, to explore your passion, to learn what excites you, what you want to accomplish with your abundant gifts and your amazing energy. You've already achieved a great deal. I believe that for most of you, however, the path to this day was not all that easy. Some of you may have had to struggle to find adequate financial resources to study, sometimes by working multiple jobs and taking out loans. Others have had to juggle home and family and work responsibilities in order to attend class regularly and to get your work done. Some of you, perhaps, have had to overcome a history of less than successful school experiences, disabilities, health problems, or deal with your own insecurities about your ability to succeed in college. Your path was anything but easy. Under circumstances such as these, your accomplishments are even more extraordinary. And so now you move on. Many of you will go on to further study, some immediately into your career. Having achieved here at Suffolk, we have no doubt that you will continue to challenge yourselves to grow in intellect, in understanding, and in character. I'd like to end my remarks by sharing a portion of a letter written by a young man, to a young man, who at age 17 was unsure about the direction he should take in school and life. You may remember this feeling at some point in your educational journey. The letter came from the boy's father, President Theodore Roosevelt. "I have great confidence in you," the president wrote. "I believe you have the ability, and above all, the energy, perseverance, and common sense to win out in civil life. That you will have some hard times and some discouraging times, I have no question. But this is merely another way of saying that you will share the common lot. I trust in your ability, and especially in your character. I'm confident you will win." This is remarkable trust. It's the trust of both a parent and a president. It's giving voice to a belief in the potential of talented young people and the power of higher education. All of us, parents, professors, and politicians, must demonstrate this trust in our places of learning and in those students who seek to change the world with their ideas and especially with their actions. And so, as you move forward, we trust that you will employ your energy, that perseverance, and that common sense, taking all that you've learned here to influence a world very much in need of citizens, eager to learn, open to ideas, and willing to work hard to create change for the better. Congratulations again on your very impressive academic achievements, and good luck in all your future endeavors.
The Suffolk County Community College Foundation provides funds for emergency student loans, support for unique academic enrichment programs, and provides scholarships. Several of our honors students have received support from the scholarships provided by the foundation.
I am pleased to join you in celebrating honors program graduates and Stay on Long Island scholars. For more than 2 decades, the Suffolk Community College Foundation has assisted the college in its efforts to provide the highest quality educational experience possible for its students. This evening's program is particularly gratifying as support of the honors program represents the largest single annual disbursement of the foundation's assets and underscores our commitment to supporting the extraordinary efforts of talented students. Each student's commitment to academic excellence is a wonderful representation of the foundation's mission. It is inspiring to us all. By changing your own life through your education, you are readying yourself to change the world for the better. We are motivated each day by you, students who are striving to be the very best they can be. Henry Ward Beecher once said, "He is rich or poor according to what he is, not according to what he has." Tonight, I encourage each graduate to continue the culture of philanthropy that has become a tradition of Suffolk County Community College. Give your time to help others receive the same exceptional educational experience you received. Pay it forward so that others may benefit. Congratulations to those receiving recognition this evening, and good luck to you for a future of endless possibilities. Thank you.
Our student speaker, is a liberal arts major with a 4.0 GPA. Moreover, he is executive editor of Cassandra, the Grant Campus Literary Magazine, and president of the Queer and Allied Student Union, QASU. The work of QASU this year has won them the distinction of being named Club of the Year at the Grand Campus. Join me in welcoming Dan Duffy, who will reflect on academic excellence and what it means to be a person who knows a great deal.
Hey guys, what's going on? My heart's beating like 1,000 miles a minute. I'm a really bad student and I didn't print it out, so I have no laptop. When I was in high school, I guess it was my senior year, we had to analyze a commencement address. I don't remember where it was given, or even who gave it. But what I do remember is that at the beginning, the author gave some very simple advice, kind of words to live by, like eat your vegetables and never say anything you can't take back. So I'm going to start this out with some simple advice of my own. Brush and floss twice daily. Use sunblock even when it's overcast. Always say hello with a smile, and never go to bed angry. That being said, I'll start my actual speech. On behalf of the graduates, I'd like to welcome all faculty, friends, and family who have come here today to share this special moment with us. At times, it must have been difficult for all of you to deal with students. I know finalists can even make me into the most difficult person to deal with. And I'm a ray of sunshine. So again, thank you. With that being said, I'd like to welcome the ladies and gentlemen of the hour, our honors graduates and SOLII scholars. We are all going to be starting on the next chapter of our journeys as our time at Suffolk comes to a close. Regardless of what degree we've earned, we have all accumulated at least 64 credits. If you do the math, it sums up to an estimated 1,000 hours spent in classrooms, laboratories, and in the field. In addition, we've spent countless other hours studying, writing papers, and doing homework. As honor students and SOLII scholars, we understand the meaning of hard work. For our commitment, for our persistence, and for our success, we all deserve a round of applause. We spent these hours dedicating ourselves to our education. Our class is made of students who came here from different paths. Some came straight from high school. Others came from another institution. And still others came from a break in their academic year. There are those among us who made the decision to further their education after years of raising children, of taking care of ailing relatives, of working to provide for their families, and for serving in our country's military. We all have families, jobs, and responsibilities other than being students. And I'm proud to call you all my classmates and my fellow graduates. But what does it mean to be a graduate? We all have a paper that says we have an associate's degree, whether it be in the arts, the sciences, the applied sciences, what have you. But what does it truly mean? In my opinion, it means that we've broadened our minds, that we've learned to think critically. Most of all, it means that we have attained knowledge. Knowledge is the core of education. And the education received at Suffolk, we all have some commonalities across the board. We have taken the same core requirements, whether it be English, communications, mathematics, sciences, or history. We've all taken part in extracurricular activities, whether it be athletics, student clubs, or even the honor-sponsored trips to Boston, DC, well, where else did we go? Philadelphia and Manhattan, maybe? We've become well-rounded and intelligent people. But before our heads get too big, I'm going to have to burst our collective bubble. Though knowledge is an invaluable possession, it is also dangerous. If not employed properly, knowledge can make us conceited, contentious, and even callous. And when everything is said and done, who wants to be around a pedantic jerk anyway? Knowledge is necessary but insufficient. In order to avoid arrogance, we must be knowledgeable, but also wise. In the words of Socrates, true wisdom comes to each of us when we realize how little we understand about the world around us, ourselves, and life. The greatest lesson that I have learned as a student of the honors program is that in order to find wisdom, we must remain open to growth. Growth of our experience, growth of our intellect, and growth of our minds. If you close yourself off to growth, you open yourself up to be a fool. We must not be afraid to take pride in what we know, but we must also not be afraid to take pride in what we do not know. In our unknowing lies our potential. I congratulate all of us for what we have accomplished, and we should never forget today. If you're going to get anything from what I'm saying, take this. Never forget the time you spent here. Never forget the danger of knowledge. And always be proud of what you do not know. Also, Russians lost twice daily. Use sunblock even when it's overcast. Always say hello with a smile, and never go to bed angry. Put your paws up, guys. We did it. Farewell, Suffolk students, and welcome, Suffolk alumni. Thank you.
Allow me to present a token of appreciation. You did your fellow graduates proud. You lost your place. We all do that as well. What you said was thoughtful, and how you said it was very well. And I'm sure we will all take to heart the dangers of being smart but not wise. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
If you went to baseball games before the days of the Jumbotron and before uniforms had names and numbers, you might hear the vendors shouting, "You can't tell the players without a scorecard." Well, we don't have a Jumbotron, and the students are not wearing names and numbers, and you don't have a scorecard. But you do have a program, and in it, you'll see the names of some very special graduates. Students from all three campuses have been recognized for making special contributions to the quality of the honors program and to the entire college. These students provided service, leadership, and fellowship above and beyond the ordinary. They already participated in award ceremonies on their campuses and received plaques in recognition of their contributions. Please hold your applause as I read their names and they stand. From the Araman campus, Cheryl Kavanaugh, Karen Sanchez Dominguez, Nadine El Gouache, Margaret Heil, Kyla Provenzano, and Kyle Brewster. And from the Eastern campus, Shelby Harvey, Michael Rippey, Robert Di Palermo, and Catherine Lefevre. And from the Grant campus, Emily Cox, Michelle Fritz, Sarah McLeod, Jason Goodwin, and Kathy Batha. Would you now all collectively applaud? Thank you. The next group to be recognized, also in the program, are the students who entered wearing the honors stoles, the SOLII Scholars. SOLII stands for Stay on Long Island Initiative. 2 years ago, the provost at C.W. Post College, Dr. Paul Forrestal, worked with President McKay to establish 3 full tuition scholarships for our top graduates. They recognize that some of the brightest of Suffolk graduates go off island for their 4-year college. When they do so, they often take internships and take their first jobs near where they attended college. This results in a brain drain for Long Island. The idea that top scholarships for top graduates could fight this brain drain made so much sense that Dr. McKay decided to expand the program and invite other Long Island colleges to join the program and offer their own Stay on Long Island awards. The 11 colleges you see listed in the program each provide 1 or more full tuition scholarships to our top graduates. Top students who have a 3.75 GPA at a minimum and must be to apply for the awards. Campus committees review the applications looking for evidence of campus commitment or community involvement. They make recommendations to the president. He makes recommendations to the 4-year schools. In all cases, the 4-year school makes the final decision for the selection of who gets the award. This year, there were 26 students designated as a SOLII Scholar. 15 of these students were awarded full tuition scholarships. Others were awarded significant SOLII supplements. In some cases, a SOLII supplement would increase the value of a merit award to up to 75% of full tuition. When Pell and TAP grants were added to the merit award, many of these students will be attending a private college for less than the cost of a public college. Some pay less than $1,000. For the quality of the work you did in the classroom and the leadership you demonstrated outside the classroom, with the SOLII Scholars for 2012, please stand and receive the recognition so richly deserved. To quote from a few students who left comments for her on Rate My Professor, she is pretty awesome, uses sarcasm in a very relatable, funny way, and is a really great professor. But this says it best. For my first class in 20 years, I picked a winner. Professor Kaufman actually expects you to do homework and participate in class. unheard of. Shame on her for attempting to make us into responsible adults. She loves what she teaches and cares about her students. The class was interesting and very enjoyable. I learned to participate and get involved. Remember, you've been warned. Professor Kaufman is someone who expects students to participate and be involved in her classes, and maybe even in her keynote address. Professor Kaufman.
Hi. Thank you all for letting me share with you tonight, and congratulations, honors graduates. Last month, I attended a concert with Professor DeMacy at Paramount Theater in Huntington. The lineup was a comedian and then an acoustic alternative band I loved from years back named Guster. And when it began, Jeff Garlin, the comedian from Curb Your Enthusiasm, asked the girl in the front row to stop texting. And then he took her phone away. She explained that she was texting how funny the show was. And Jeff stretched his face into confusion and asked how on earth, one, she could convey all his humor by text message, and two, how she could possibly be enjoying it as much as she claimed to be when the real deal was happening right in front of her, but she was missing it. I looked back at my colleague librarian friend and cracked up, because Garland stated it better than anyone I have ever heard else do so, about being present in the moments of our lives. And while he was talking about the enjoyable, what I'd like to talk to you about tonight is not just about being present, but also seeking out the opportunities that encourage you to step outside of your comfort zones, and also experiencing the ones that may not be as fun or as enjoyable in the moments of those other safer routes. When Dr. Epstein asked me to be keynote a while back, flattered, I thought long and hard about the responsibility it is imparting final words and thoughts to you tonight as you get ready to hear one last lecture at Suffolk County Community College. And like any good and nerdy professor would do, I researched. And on one of my bookshelves, I pulled off one of the bargain books from Borders a while back that I'd gotten on commencement speakers. And some of my favorite speeches included Ben from Ben & Jerry's Ice Cream, and from Robert Fulghum, who authored All I Needed to Know I Learned in Kindergarten, and the woman who wrote the comic strip Kathy. And what I liked best in all of them were the profound experiences that they shared from their own lives. So my intention to you tonight is to share one of my experiences that changed and shaped my life when I was just a few years older than most of you who are sitting here right now. In 1998, when many of you were probably just finishing up first and second grade, I was also finishing school. I was finishing my master's degree, but I decided to skip the graduation ceremony because I was taking part in a wilderness school called Outward Bound. And at the time, I was in my mid-20s, I was a camp administrator, and I left for the trip thinking that I was going to develop all my leadership strengths. Yet what I discovered was all of my weaknesses, most of which I never even knew about. And this was back in the days before Survivor was on TV. Outward Bound's philosophy is built on the foundation of 4 ideals of self-reliance, physical fitness, quality, and above all, compassion. It was a 3-week trip that consisted of backpacking and rock climbing and canoeing and a 3-day solo. And I grew up absolutely loving the outdoors, but I was used to camping trips that consisted of making s'mores by the fire, singing James Taylor and John Denver at night. But what I encountered was more like 16-hour hikes during the day on blistered, bloodied feet. At some points, walking into darkness. Our steps were only illuminated by headlamps at times. And I was the slowest in the group. was something that I wasn't used to and I wasn't prepared for. I had grown up a soccer player. And it was one of the most uncomfortable and humbling experiences of my life. And that turned out to be a really good thing. It took such a toll on me physically that it drained me mentally, and it almost depleted me emotionally, because every day was pretty terrible. And I thought about quitting a lot. And the truth is, I think I could have lived with it and not looked back with too much regret. But the only reason why I didn't was there was no one who'd be driving a car into the back country of Pisgah National Forest in Asheville, North Carolina. Nobody was ready to take me back to my cozy life in my apartment in Cliffside Park in New Jersey, where I was living at the time. And at the end of the grueling trip, I wasn't feeling particularly proud of myself, and an instructor pulled me aside and asked what I was thinking. And I reluctantly told her. And she pointed out something that I hadn't noticed at the time, that I continued on instead of going back. And to me, it was not this huge epiphany. If I had a hike, why not go forward than backtrack? But what happened later changed my path. I was pretty jarred when it ended, and to this day, I really can't articulate exactly why. Most people who knew me on the trip figured I'd be pretty happy when it was over. Heck, I thought so too. But that was not how it played out. And that experience of uncomfortable challenges had rocked me to my core. And in a good way. I say I never fully recovered from that. The trip ended and I went back to my camp job, and then the summer ended and I found myself looking at jobs and adventure similar to what I had experienced in Outward Bound. And to this day, almost 15 years later, I still can't pinpoint why I went looking for a job in an industry that I was perceiving to be crushing my soul just a few months prior, or at least so I thought. And I ran zip lines, and I taught students how to belay and rock climb and push past a lot of their fears. And years later, I continued in the field by doing my dissertation research on adventure therapy camps for troubled teens. But in some ways, those fears in certain moments have never completely gone away. I acknowledge, but I can't always silence them and continue on. And that is what I want to convey to you tonight. I encourage you all to find the moments that make you uncertain. No matter what the challenge is that is presented for each one of you, be present in those moments. See the opportunities even when, or especially when, you're really uncomfortable. What if you didn't get into your first choice school, but where you're headed turns out to be a really good place? What if it means sticking out a tough job, or thinking about what you're learning when you're dealing with a really difficult person? What if you don't hit it off with your roommate right away, but later on, you negotiate some sort of compromise? What if maybe it'll be on the recreational side, like finding the courage to do karaoke or go skydiving? Maybe it's getting off the island not using GPS. Maybe it's taking a harder class that will lead you to a really interesting discussion that will set you on a path you had never considered before. What if it maybe means trying out that Zumba or CrossFit class that keeps coming up in your newsfeed on Facebook? Maybe it's letting a friend know you have feelings for them. Or maybe it's practicing your interviewing skills over and over so you nail the internship that others were afraid to apply for. I encourage you to live your life in a way that you never, ever have to wonder, what if? If you have the feeling, what if, then do it. Try it. Climb it. Experience it. Know it and speak it. Know that most of the times we learn and grow the most is when we step outside our comfort zones, when we're not feeling particularly comfortable, but rather quite uncomfortable. I told you my story not so that you should go camp in the woods for a month if that's not your desire, but to catch yourself in the really uncomfortable moments and say yes, so you never have to wonder what if. So you never miss an opportunity that can potentially sleep your life in a direction which you'll unknowingly someday thrive. So when I think back to Jeff Garland, the comedian that night back in Huntington, when he took the girl's phone and he asked her how uncomfortable she was and if she still enjoyed that show. And after that, how I got to continue laughing with a friend and then sharing and hearing one of my favorite forms of artistic talent with acoustic music. So I wonder, what if we ended with a song? Expressway bound to campus, we met up with our graduates, last days of the Suffolk routine. We honor you tonight. 3 campuses joined together, East Selden, Grand, wherever. Thank Drs. Convocation, Epstein. In honors you made alive, gone on trips to the city, made friends in smaller classes. We met SOLII reps for you. Late nights writing papers, oh better crashed, what a pity. I'll share with you a secret, you'll have stress at your next school too. May heading SUNY upstate, come may still need your North Face. Learn how to do your laundry, cause in dorms it ain't your mama. Password protect your laptop, watch leaving Facebook open. Cause if your roommate hacks your status, well, good luck with all that drama. Alright, this is the chorus. See if you can catch on and sing with us at the end. You'll have brand new semesters, new names on Rate My Professors. Gotta learn your way around whatever's next after SCCC. We hope you liked your time here. You're almost our alumni. You'll have a home here in honors, a place in our family. Now thank you all for coming this evening on a Thursday, celebrating students at Honors Convocation. Faculty, staff, trustees, our deans and all parents. Finals week is so cramped and Sunday's graduation. We finished up this page, heading back to our seats now. This tune was The Gambler, if you remember Kenny Rogers. Students, it's now your turn. You'll be walking up this stage. Our leaders will say your names and announce your new colleges. Alright, so here's the chorus. If you've got it, please sing along. You'll have brand new semesters, new names on Rate My Professors. Gotta learn your way around whatever's next after SCCC. We hope you liked your time here. You're almost our alumni. You have a home here in honors, a place in our family. In honors, a place in our family. In honors, a place in our family. Place in our family. Thank you. Big thank you to Efren Humero, Tom student who's done a lot of work on this.
I don't know if that was outside of their comfort zone, but I surely couldn't have done that. Professor Kaufman, please. very much. We appreciate it, the effort, the speech, as well as the song. And thank you, everyone. I would now like to introduce Dr. Jeffrey Peterson, Dean of Instruction. Among his many responsibilities, Dean Peterson oversees the honors program at the 3 campuses. In this role, he works to improve all that we do and how we do it. He supports the work of the 3 honors coordinators and the staff at the campuses. He will speak about the honors program, and then he and Dr. Mazzarelli will present the honors medals and the certificates of merit to the graduates. Dr. Peterson.
I don't sing. Good evening. On behalf of Professor Alvin Cofone, College-wide Honors Coordinator, our honors staff, and all honors faculty, welcome to our 27th Annual Honors Convocation. And to you who are graduating, congratulations. It is my earnest belief that teaching is not simply a profession. It is not simply an occupation. Teaching is a vocation, a calling. We have all experienced those teachers who see their work as transformational, offering more than just knowledge, but an opportunity to look at what we think and what we believe, an opportunity to look at the world differently. Perhaps we are offered an opportunity to change our worldviews. The good teacher knows that this is scary stuff and supports us as we venture out into unknown territory. The good teacher knows that each student is capable of insight that can change him or her fundamentally, perhaps opening new doors to new understanding, and embarking on a journey of new discovery. This is the goal of an honors course, to offer a transformational experience. Teaching is, perhaps next to parenting, the most hope-filled vocation. Often, the fruit of our labors are not immediately apparent. We send students off with a few things we can offer and hope that somewhere down the line, something we offered is valuable. Something we offered gives each student the tools necessary to find his or her way, that each may see that which gives meaning to everyday experience. This vocation, this deliberate endeavor in hope, is humbling. No good teacher can enter this work without humility, because rarely are we up to the privilege of entree it offers into the lives of others. It is with this humility that on behalf of your teachers, I say thank you. Thank you for providing the opportunity for us to engage in this privileged work. Thank you for the challenge. Thank you for the frustrations that come with our honored task. Thank you for asking us to go further, to work harder, to find new ways to lead you to some new understanding. Most of all, thank you for the opportunity to engage in hopefulness. Again, congratulations and good luck in all you choose to do. like now to call Dr. Carla Mazzarelli, Dr. Dorothy Laffin to come forward to help the executive deans of each campus and the honors coordinator for each campus in giving out our medallions and our certificates. The first campus that will receive their certificates and medallions will be the Ammerman campus, and I would ask Executive Dean Dr. James Sherwood and Professor Alvin Cafone, honors coordinator, to come forward.
I am privileged to call your names, for in the bloom of your academic accomplishments, you honor not only yourselves, but your families, your school, and your country. You are the wealth of the nation, the true destiny of the Republic. Let us begin. Heather Trump, LIU. Helen Bagnato, North Carolina, Chapel Hill. Svetlana Bagnato, International Air and Hospitality Academy. Cheryl Kavanaugh, St. Joseph's College. Elena Soresi, Stony Brook. Daniel Emerson, Molloy College. Krista Miller, Hofstra University. Tanya Yui, St. Joseph's College. Scott Bizogny, Columbia University. Nicole Knobloch, University of South Florida. Alyssa Economos, Long Island University. Kevin Wayland, Stony Brook. Angela Puma, SUNY Oneonta. Francis Coelho Walsh, Stony Brook University. Daryl Scheibel, Stony Brook University. Karen Sanchez Domingue, be taking a gap semester. Hofstra University. Mark Sabella, Stony Brook. Brian McCloskey, SUNY New Paltz. Joseph Cuneo, Stony Brook. Robert Frontino, St. Joseph's College. Martin Furley, Stony Brook. Renee Kettel, Stony Brook. Jacqueline Waxon Geneseo. Danielle Carmen, Hunter College. Anthony Pisano, John Jay College. Nadine Elgawish, Stony Brook. Irene Bogazaitis, Stony Brook. Margaret Kyle, Stony Brook. Shannon Ball, American University. Angela Sementelli, North Carolina, Chapel Hill. Connor Allhorse, Stony Brook. Stephen McClurden, St. Joseph's College. Dominic Fiore, Stony Brook. Matthew Smith, Binghamton University. Kristen Labouie, gap semester. Lindsay McDonald, St. Joseph's College. Leah Nelson, St. Joseph's. Nicholas Bruck, Stony Brook. Dylan Clay, Stony Brook. Stephanie Meyer, Stony Brook. Teresa Schmidt, Hofstra University. Samantha Upshaw, Adelphi University. Deanna Williams, Boston University. Georges Raphael, Hofstra University. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, Dean Sherwood, Professor Cofone. To present the awards for the Eastern Campus, I'd like to call forward Dr. Yvonne Walters, Executive Dean, and Dr. Rosalind Khan, Honors Coordinator.
Ashley Bloor, Long Island University. Jennifer Siegfried, Stony Brook University. Ellen Cassidy, Stony Brook University. Ingrid Cardona, St. John's University. Chloe Gracia, Stony Brook University. Christy Bergen, Peconic Bay School of Radiology. Kyle Christine Simsik, College of St. Rose. Shelby Harvey, University of Texas at Austin. Kenny Alexandre, LIU Post. Kathleen Lefebvre, Dowling College. Safa Lafnoon, Georgetown University. Denise DeSena, St. Joseph's College. Catherine Ford, St. John's as a business major. Robert Di Palermo, NYU.
Thank you, Dr. Walters, Dr. Khan. Now for the Grant Campus, I would like to call forward Dr. James Keene, Executive Dean, and Dr. Stephen Epstein, Honors Coordinator for Grant.
Nikki Caputo, St. Joseph's, Early Childhood Education. Samantha Carbone, attending St. Joseph's College. Sheila Rahman, LIU Post. Blair Flynn, Dowling College. Emily Shepard, University of Rhode Island. Jennifer Wilford, Stony Brook, Radiology Technology. Gladys Herbays, Hofstra for Communications. Keith Burke, CW Post. Richard Goodwin, John Day, Forensic Psychology. Giselle Ramirez, Stony Brook. Ryan Radcliffe, NYU, Film. Emily Clark, LIU Post, Speech Pathology. Michelle Fritz, Adelphi, Accounting. Carissa Ford, Baruch. John Wilford, Cornell. Andrew Schindler, Stony Brook, Marine Science. Kyle Camp, LIU Brooklyn. Caitlin McFarland, currently attending SUNY Farmingdale. Thomas Valente, Baruch. Olga Janik, Stony Brook. Sarah McLeod, Delphi. Jason Goodwin, AKA Lifeguard, he says. SUNY Oswego. Jonathan Rivera, Criminal Justice Curriculum at LIU Brentwood. Diane Busso, Stony Brook, Psychology. Gianna Ponte, Stony Brook. Lauren DeApril, currently attending St. Joseph's. Joshua Rodriguez, Stony Brook. John Lyon, SUNY Binghamton. Isha Pushpo, Farmingdale. Thomas Wild, enlisted in the Army. We honor your service, sir. Teresa Rivera, Stony Brook University, Political Science. Kyle Fishlock, Stony Brook Psychology. Samantha Morici, Cornell University. Deborah Metzger, Hofstra Psychology. Angelise Kingo, Stony Brook. Lisa Pinkard, St. John's. Zachary Cuff, going to Cornell for economics. John Denzig, Stony Brook, biochemistry. Anthony Lago, Cornell University. And last but not least, Daniel Duffy, LIU Post.
Thank you, Drs. Keene and Epstein, Drs. Mazzarelli and Laffin, appreciate, and congratulations to all of our honors graduates.
Well, I see we have one plaque left here. Barbara Gallagher, would you please come? As many of you know, Barbara worked in the honors program for over 5 years at the Grand Campus. Working as a professional assistant on a part-time basis, she was invaluable on a full-time basis. She organized the operations of the Honors Cottage and organized the staff who worked there. She has now taken a full-time job elsewhere. We already miss her dedication, her skills, and her charm. The plaque that we give her does not have room for all the praise that is due. It merely reads, for 5 years of dedication to the students of the honors program. This convocation, this meeting of eagles, is nearly over. Before the music starts and the students file out to pick up their personalized certificates, I must thank a number of people who have made this possible. First, there are the people who make the daily work of the honors program possible. The 3 campus honors coordinator, Professor Al Capone from the Ammerman campus, Dr. Rosalind Kahn from the Eastern campus, and yours truly from the Grand Campus. Coordinators are like band leaders. We just lead, others actually play the music. With honors, it's the members of the honors staff and the faculty on each campus who play the instruments that make the music come alive. Please join me in a round of applause for the counselors, the advisors, the professional assistants, and the college aides and faculty who play the instruments that make the fine music. Also, please join me in a round of applause for the SOLII liaisons who work with our students and partners to ensure that the top students know about the good work that is done at the Long Island colleges and how good they really are. This event could not have happened today without the support of the members of the honors and SOLII staff. Their efforts were supplemented by the work coordinated by Dean Peterson and Dean Keene and the staff in their offices. Noteworthy was the outstanding attention to detail provided by Ahmed Nefki. Ahmed, we applaud you even if I can't point you out. He organized dozens of detail in advance, and Dean Donna Campia organized things for this evening. Neftali Collazo and his staff did their usual magic to convert this field house into a meeting room, a lyceum in Athens, if you would. And Ray Reardon made sure that all would be heard with the sound system. Victoria Sanoka and Professor Bill O'Connell did photography and videography, so that we'll have a visual record of today's events. Finally, Lisa Hamilton organized the student volunteers who were the Grand Campus ambassadors, members of Phi Theta Kappa, and members of our honors program. We thank these students for their service and look forward to being able to honor you next year when you graduate. As the students exit, we would like family and friends to join us for some refreshments on the right side of the auditorium. Students will return here in 10 minutes with their personalized certificates. Graduates of 2012, please rise. Eagles of Suffolk County, your nest in higher education was built at Suffolk County Community College. During your years here, you have learned how to fly. You are ready to fly high. You are ready to fly far. But as you leave the nest, remember, you got your start at Suffolk.